Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Chris Denman, and it is virtual happy hour. How do we sound out there, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me. Hit share. I'm joined today by my friend Pat Joya. Pat, what's up, buddy?
Not a whole lot, man. How are you doing today?
That tiger behind you is looking awfully handsome. I just want to say that your beard's trim. You have a nice St. Louis hat on. We've
Yep.
got cocktails to make. I just wanted to thank everybody again. We're rocking these out. Matt Longaville is going to join us via video in just a moment. He's with Barkeep, and they've got all kinds of cool announcements to make. Pat, real quick, can you give me just a synopsis of your last week? You call yourself a weird guy. You've been having some interesting cocktails as well as interesting behavior. What's new in your world before we jump over to Matt?
This was kind of a slow week. I managed to dive.
I'm sorry, have others been fast?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a slow week for me. Just on the weird chart, I got sucked into the new Final Fantasy VII remake, which is fantastic.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Well, good for you. On the show today, we've got Tony Cavallero. If you don't know the name, you do know his character name on The Righteous Gemstones on HBO. That's Keith. He's a bad dude. He played Ozzy Osbourne in Netflix's The Dirt. Formerly played what would be, it was Dewey in the Nickelodeon version of School of Rock. Very, very talented actor. If you haven't seen Righteous Gemstones, please watch that. It's incredible. Pat, are you a fan of the Gemstones? Have you gotten to watch it yet?
I don't actually have HBO, so I watched a couple clips with it, and I enjoyed what I saw, but I don't have HBO right now.
Steal someone's login immediately and watch Righteous Gemstones. It's all right.
I've heard it's really good. Yeah, a couple friends of mine, when I mentioned it, were really like, you need to watch that show.
It's so good. I'm excited for you to see it, man. And our musical guest today is Jonny, Delaware, singer from the Artisanals. Very good band, recommended to us by our friend Womack from Futurebird. So we're keeping the party rolling. Pat, if it's okay with you, we're going to throw over to Matt, and we're going to talk about some big news for Barkeep.
Sounds great, man.
Rock and roll.
Special
announcement. Oh, sorry. Let's leave that in. Special announcement time, guys. You know Matt Longaville from Barkeep US. You can follow him online. Lots of big news lately. I don't feel like memorizing the copy, so we're going to let Matt take it away. Matt and I got this thing going. Pat's been on board with it. We've had so many great guests. I like to think that some of the momentum from this amazing virtual happy hour that all you wonderful people show and the support by sharing and tuning in every week has led to some positive news in strange times. Matt, what's happening in the Barkeep world, my friend?
All right, so we have done a soft launch this week for a new line of ready-to-drink cocktails. So that's canned. Soft, yeah. So we just did this through my personal Facebook page to friends. Just so we could, it would be like a soft opening of a restaurant, right?
Oh, thank you.
You invite friends and family. They come in, they try it out, and work out the kinks. So we did that with a new line of cocktails that are canned called Silver Lining Cocktails.
Good name.
Yeah, for the first round, we've partnered up with our friends from Firepot Nomadic Teas, which is actually a company owned by Caldi's.
Very nice. Okay, yeah. I was like, wow, this sounds super fancy. Am I allowed to try it?
Yeah, no, they're like herbal infusion cocktails. We have 4 different kinds that we put on sale this week. We're going to feature the same ones next week too. And this is our silver lining, making the best of this situation. So we've launched that. You can find it silverliningcocktails.com.
Are the cans silver?
The can is black, unfortunately. But we'll have silver in the logo.
Okay, that's all I needed. All right,
yeah.
I need to make sure of that before I endorse it. So, okay, we're good.
Yeah. And then you order Silver Lining cocktails. It's four in a pack for $20. We charge a $5 delivery fee. We're gonna drop them off at your house, and then Yeah, the delivery days right now are going to be on Fridays. So Friday afternoon, early evening, just in time to have happy hour, end the week. Yeah, delivered to your house.
This is
I'm
fantastic.
excited.
This is huge.
Yeah,
I mean, this
yeah.
is ultimately just like this is what you have to do if you're able, I should say. It's not about like who wants it the most. Like this is for businesses that have the grace and opportunity to have something else just to shift. You're a live events company and an on-site company. So this this warms my see, I'm getting choked up. This warms my soul that you even have the opportunity to do this, and then you team up with another great brand like Caldi's. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to try them too. So maybe we'll have to get old Papa Denman a can for next week for happy hour.
Oh yeah, we'll make some special deliveries for you, no doubt. And
Great.
something we're going to also bring into this program is to start benefit other like nonprofits and civic organizations around the city. So tomorrow, Friday, we're going to release our special edition cocktails that are going to benefit Coca, which is the Center of Contemporary Arts here in St. Louis. They are doing a big live virtual event fundraiser next Friday called Coca-Cola. It was normally supposed to be in person, so they get to move virtual. And then, so we're going to have some special edition Coca-Cola cocktails that go live tomorrow.
Live music and everything?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. $1 from every can, so $4 from every 4-pack will go directly back to benefit Coca for their fundraiser.
That's amazing. Like, I love that. And that's the thing too. You know what's important about this that you're working with Coca-Cola is that the people all tuning in from home all look like it's day 4 at Coachella, right? Like that's what we can kind of count on as we all have our messy hair and look like we've been through the ringer.
Hey, there's only 3 days.
That was the joke.
Okay,
I didn't know that, but it works, right?
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, that's really high level thinking. Yeah, day 4, you would look really bad. Yeah, so okay, I didn't know that, but now I do, and I'm proud of myself. Whoa, check us out.
Day 4.
Look at us. Dude, man, this is, I said this on a live stream with our friend Katie Tupin 2 nights ago. She sent me a custom mask, which I'll be modeling throughout the show today.
Oh, nice.
My bangs were so ridiculous and they were down. I was like, I look like Tom DeLonge if he got stung by a bee. That's the look I'm pulling off right now. So there we are. But yes, more. I keep talking over you. Coca-Cola, you've got the support for the canned cocktails. That's amazing. People can go to Silver Linings. What's the website?
Silverliningcocktails.com, which directs you straight to a store where you can put your orders in electronically. There might be a few left. I haven't checked. Might be a couple left to order for delivery for Friday night tomorrow, but then we'll release the pre-order for the Coca-Cola tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. And then next, depending on how that goes, if we can only do so many a week. So if we sell out of the Coca-Cola ones, that'll be the only thing for next week. And then Monday, depending on how the Coca-Cola cocktails are selling, we might do a second round of new recipes. So the idea is to be changing them up. We're going to do this first round that we practiced on this week. We'll do those next week again too. But then the idea is to have, build this, create, people are always regulars at bars, right? You go to your favorite spot Friday, happy hour with your friends. So the idea is we're going to create something new each week that people can look forward to at the end of their week. They can order them and then put their friend's address on where they want them delivered.
Oh, that's awesome.
Companies can order these for their staff that's working at home. for happy hours. We're trying to create some normalcy, a sense of community, have some fun, stay relevant, right?
Absolutely.
People can only listen to me talk on our virtual happy hour, once a week. And,
it's important that this keeps happening and people can support and again follow Barkeep's socials to stay up to date with everything. We've been so fortunate to have all the great news coverage, Fox 2, St. Louis Magazine, Feast, Riverfront Times. I'm probably forgetting some, but we've had a lot of love out there and we appreciate it all. We're going to keep this virtual happy hour thing going. So many cool projects. And just real quick before we move forward, Matt, are you excited about Tony Caballero from the Righteous Gemstones coming on? Are you a Keith fan?
For sure. Absolutely.
You're going to love our musical guest too. Jonny Delaware from the Artisanals is going to be rocking and rolling. They sound, I'm sure they hear this, but A, recommended by Womack from Future Birds. B, they've got a band of horses sound. So in these parts, that's never a bad thing.
Yeah, no doubt. Somebody, I've seen Band of Horses a few times, so that's right up my alley.
I'm down. Matt, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
What'd you guys think of that? Huh? Pat Joya?
I think it went great. I think
agree.
that was great news. Because that helps keep me employed.
Silverliningcocktails.com. As of right now, there's only 3 4-packs left of the new cocktails. So you can go there, check it out. You can support small businesses. And shout out to Caldies and everybody else involved with that. Real quick, I wanted to tell you guys, he's also going to activate Bloody Mary kits to buy. Those will be delivered Saturday morning. So be sure to support Barkeep and rock and roll with that. What are your thoughts on the canned cocktails, Pat?
I mean, I haven't got to try them personally yet. Me and Matt had been talking about those for a while. It was something we had definitely chatted through on multiple occasions. He had contacted me basically saying, hey, can you, it was one of those, he knew I couldn't do Friday. So he was like, do you want to try and run stuff for the Saturday if we do Bloody Marys? So thanks for mentioning that. And I was like, yeah, man, let's do that. So I feel like if you order a Bloody Mary, you will either get to see my gracious face or I will be the one leaving a bag of goodies on your door probably.
You're going to see that beard in action, people. And we've got a surprise Pat Joya moment for you today as well. So cheers to everybody watching out there. We haven't said hello to our friend Matt McElrath. He's the voice of God, the producer. We don't allow him on camera, although he's rigged up his camera to where that can be part of the show now. So look out for that. Matt McElrath, is there anybody going ham in the comments? I've seen a lot of nice
ham.
Stuff. That's good.
So much ham.
People are sharing, right? They know that I like it when they share. It gets really upsetting.
They're sharing. They're caring. Let's see. We've got Thomas Cochran is getting his drinks ready. Looks like he hasn't let us know which one yet. Let's see. Alexa Branson, congrats, Matt. Can't wait to try them.
Got to try those canned cocktails. Absolutely.
Samantha Lee says that they tasted them last weekend and they were so good.
Oh, that's exciting. Well, cool. Well, I like that. People keep commenting. Let us know what you think about the quarantine cocktails. Let's go ahead and throw to one real quick. I believe our first one is from Matt, Mr. McElrath. Do we have Longueville's cocktail? Or
we do.
We're going to check that out real quick. It's our first cocktail of the day. Listen up. It's from Barkeep US.
Hey, everybody. This afternoon, we are going to make a cocktail with cold brew coffee and some Maker's Mark cast strength. We're going to use the cast strength makers just because it packs a little bit extra of punch. It's about 109 proof as opposed to some of the lower proof whiskeys, so this is going to be a little bit spicier. We're going to do 2 full ounces of this. And then take our Aldi's cold brew. We're going to do 4 ounces of Aldi's cold brew. Got some honey syrup, equal parts honey, water, reduced into a syrup. We're going to do 1 ounce of this. And then the tricky part of this cocktail is going to be a little bit of vanilla extract. I just want to do 1 little drop. We got it in there super quick. You can always add more vanilla later on. You can only once you put it in there, you can't take it away. So then we're gonna do our traditional 30-second shake. Put a few fresh cubes in the glass. And I did have some ice in my shaker tin already. We'll just pour over this. It's nice frothiness from the cold brew coffee. A little bit extra in there. Save that for later. And then for garnish, just do a couple dashes of powdered ground cinnamon. And there you go.
Well, well, well. First drink of the day. Pat, will your drink top that?
It depends on how much you like coffee. That's what that one really comes down to. If you're a big coffee fan, he's going to win the day on that one for sure, because that is really good cold brew.
Okay. All right. I like the pensive nature in which you endorse that. All right. I'm into it. And again, one more.
I can't let him
shout-out-
win every time.
No, to the tiger carpet in the background. Hey, real quick, guys, we have a special event. It's also brought to you by a drink brand. Jack Daniels is helping us out with a pop-up podcast this Saturday, 6 p.m. Central. We're going to have a DJ. That's DJ Murph from right here in St. Louis. You can catch him, I believe, at Ember. And then our friend Meredith Hopping is going to join. Mia Jackson, you know her from Last Comic Standing, and Alonzo Bowden, you know him from NPR. He won Last Comic Standing. Extremely funny group of people, and we're going to roast the Tiger King for a little segment we like to call Target Practice. We're also going to have an ambassador from Jack Daniels making a cocktail with quarantine-only ingredients. So that'll be a lot of fun. So tune in Saturday for the pop-up podcast. And we'll make that happen. I don't know if we have our guest. We do. Oh, my gosh. Pat, as much as I enjoy you, I'm going to kick you off to hang out and sip on that cocktail. We have our friend Tony Cavallero. You know him as Keith on the Righteous Gemstones. He's live. What up, Tony C? How are you, buddy?
Doing great, considering the circumstances. How are you, brother?
It's so weird because it's so high energy and we just giggle and you just make my day every time I talk to you. But I guess we do have to lead in somber with a little bit of this. Where are you currently quarantined and sheltering?
We're at home right now, so we're quarantined, we're sheltered. I braved the Trader Joe's yesterday.
That's tough.
And,
Whenever you have to get those walnuts and spinach leaves that you survive on.
And that's all I bought.
That's it.
Walnuts and spinach leaves.
Well, that's how you get the physique you get, and that's how you can be shirtless so much in the Righteous Gemstones, huh?
Dude, can you see my titty flexing?
I sure can. And you brought the heat with the hat,
Man, the
too.
light. Yeah. Well, dude. So this one. Oh man, the hair actually looks really good.
Far be it from you to rock a pro wrestler look, my friend.
Bro, I've been talking about this a lot, but I am ready. Okay, here's a great idea. Right now, we're quarantined. Let's set up a green screen. I'm just going to do wrestling promos.
Go on.
We'll put it all together. We'll do like a Hulu 6-part series about wrestlers in the late 80s, early 90s.
And you just act out all of their moves.
Yeah.
It's a one-man
And
show.
at least, if only I had my wigs.
So I kind of like where he's frozen at is the best. Oh, there you are. Tony, you're back.
Am I there? Because on my
You're
screen,
there.
I look great.
You're great.
But
You're good.
okay.
Yeah. Well, you always look great, even in quarantine. Did you just get done working out?
No, that was earlier today.
Okay. Well, good. Okay. So you're staying safe. You're ransacking
Yep.
Trader Joe's.
Yep.
Family's happy, healthy, everything moving forward. Are you getting a lot done?
Yeah, thank
Are you
God
ki-
everybody's
Yeah.
good.
it's strange times. Are you getting a lot done creatively? I mean, you're actor and you work all the time anyway. So I didn't know if
Yeah.
this would be something that would change up your situation.
So I'm so high speed and locked in most of the time, so it's really hard for me to chill. Um, so it has been a lot of creative stuff going on, but I've also been trying to take my time to like catch up on the books that I've had stacking up.
Right.
So I've read like at least 3 books already,
It's quite a bit.
which is cool.
Yeah.
hmm
And then what are you and your wife still working on the podcast?
Yes, actually, I was just emailing about it right before I hopped on. Slop the podcast. Check it out.
People absolutely need to check that out.
Yeah, Slop the podcast on Instagram, slopthepodcast.com. Check out our merch. Unfortunately, we're always sold out.
I know a guy who could help you with that. Okay, let's get to this. Last time you were on, you previewed this quaint little show that you just said was going to be an indie darling hit, and it turns into a monster. You called it, my friend. Righteous Gemstones on HBO. A couple questions to start things off. Did it play out? You were a very big supporter of it. You made no bones about that it was going to be fantastic, and you're like looking at us like, no, I mean this. This isn't just come to my show, it'll be funny. This was a big deal to you, and the writing was perfect. The characters were amazing. Did it play out how you thought it would? I mean, you were there, you acted through the scenes, like seeing it on, I'm assuming you watched it. Was it everything that you thought it would be?
Yeah, and then some. I mean, sometimes it's like, you just never know. And this one was just like, amazing from top to bottom. And I just remember watching the pilot for the first time and being like, I've never seen anything like this, where it's like, I know I'm freezing up, but I've never seen anything like this where it's, hysterical some moments, and then you're laughing, and then like you feel like guilty that you're laughing because you just laughed right into like a totally gut-wrenching dramatic moment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think maybe that says something about me and the people that enjoy it, because it's almost like you can't just let yourself be. You need those extremes to have. It's almost like addict behavior.
Oh my God, 100%.
Yeah.
And it was a total dream, dude. And how much people love the character of Keith is pretty wild.
If you're not familiar with it, Edie Patterson, John Goodman, I'm just Danny McBride, everybody. Whenever you have, I just name those, and your boy, I'm trying to think, Adam.
Yep.
That guy he's an A-lister himself. You have all these great actors, and I wanted to shout you out, and I think I texted you. I was like, I'm listening to Edie, who's one of the leads on Mark Maron's podcast, and Mark Maron stops and he's like, who's Keith? And you just owned that scene, and it's so funny because of that character. And if you all haven't seen it, it's the most ridiculous character. We've all gotten, spoiler alert, we've all gotten real familiar with Tony's actual sack. Was that, in the dirt, you had some crazy stuff going on when you played Ozzy Osbourne. I know you've done a million things. Knowing this is on HBO, knowing that you're tied to John Goodman, all these great actors, writers, all these wonderful people. Any hesitation to go with your own sack there?
I was the one that pitched it. I was the one. We're there, and David, the director, is like, okay, we got to get up underneath Tony even further. I want to get right up underneath his chaunch. And I was like, I'm not opposed to pull a nut out. And then he was like, why don't you audition that for me?
His trailer was so nice.
And then we shot the scene, and David came over crying.
I watched a lot of the Righteous Gemstones with my parents, and my mom's and my mom's like, oh, that's Tony. Oh, hey, Tony. So wonderful work, sir.
Thanks, man.
It
Thanks a
had
lot.
to be a blast, and you all are coming. Tell me this, and I hope I'm not getting too nerdy on this, but it felt like it was made to, in case HBO came back to you and was like, plug pulled, that one season could have stood alone on its own. Do you know if it was
Yeah,
written to be that way?
Well, I don't. It's interesting because I hate that I'm
Couple
freezing real
glitches.
quick. Hold on. I'm gonna take this off of Wi-Fi. We'll see if it works off of Wi-Fi.
We'll give it a whirl.
No, that's even worse.
Oh, we got you back. If you guys have questions for Tony, you can ask in the comments. We'll try and incorporate a few of those in throughout the
Okay.
interview. For sure. So we were talking about it. Do you think that it was written to be one season or to at least safeguard against that? We can see you, brother. This is almost an artistic moment. Tony Caballero. Slop the
So-
podcast.
Slop the podcast. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I don't
Okay.
know if we're back or not, but I'm going to keep talking. So I have no idea.
This is like a bit. This is so good. Tony, you've worked at the Groundlings for years for this moment, so just keep working through it.
Am I frozen?
Kinda. We're seeing like a slow version of you, but that's all right. We do have one question that I think you can show us. Andrew asks, "How long is Tony's shirt today?" Uh-oh.
It's a good length.
Okay, good.
It's a
We're
good
accustomed. We're
It's a good
accustomed to Tony. In
It's a solid length.
okay,
It's
good,
a solid
good.
length. That could be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
The
Oh
back
man.
could be a little bit longer. But
Oh,
the
there you
front
are.
is good.
Yeah. You're fading it. Okay, I think you're back. Tell the story
Oh,
quick.
sick. God damn it. Why am I freezing up so much?
I don't know.
Should I call back? Should
There
I
you
call
go.
back?
Keep it right there.
Okay, I'm going to keep it right here. I'm not going to move it.
Hang on.
Okay, real quick.
I'll be on your team.
Rapid fire answers. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
We're going full screen. We like. Go ahead, Matt. Give him a full screen. He deserves it. The guy's earned
You
it.
deserve the full screen.
All right, so here's the deal, guys. I had no idea that it was going to be a standalone piece. But hey, wouldn't that be fun if each season was its own standalone thing? Oh man, quick, ask me more.
Okay, all right. What was it like wearing that red suit in the finale?
We had to use an entire bottle of lube to get into it every single time.
Okay. Have you experienced any weird jealousy from people in show business that you were on par with, and then now that Gemstones blows up, are people treating you a little different? I mean, I'm bugging you more.
I mean, no comment as far as like professional people go, because if they are, that's their own fucking deal, and it has nothing to do with me. But
Thank you.
I tell you what, the sweet people that come up to me and are fans of Keith, like, it's so funny because like I've even done like interviews. What did I work on? I did something. What did I do? I did something like right afterwards,
Sure.
an interview or something, and they met me. Whoever this person was met me and was like, "Oh my God, thank God, like you're a regular person. I thought you were going to be like this weird autistic guy like you were on the show."
Where
Is
does
that a dry cough, bro?
I'm fine. Who would Keith's first
you need
call?
a sip?
Yeah, what are you
You
working
need a
on?
sip of Spindrift?
Okay. Thank you. That's why we have Tony on. Season 2, like with the COVID stuff, with everything else, was writing halted? Were you working on the next season? How does that work in regards to production?
We shot 2 days and then got shut down.
Does that affect if you get to come back ever? Like, is there like a startup stop cost that?
There's nothing right now. I mean, originally we were delayed for 2 months, but I don't have any idea what's going to happen.
This is not good.
You know?
I need to see
Yeah.
4 more seasons at least. Something like this, do you think it could go 10 seasons, or do you think it's best if it stays under 6?
I think Danny said something about 6.
Well, we think on the same level, so there's no surprise there.
I think.
Yeah.
He said something about that, I think he said at some point longer than Eastbound.
That makes sense. That was a little bit shorter. In regards to, I guess, opportunities for you, we're in weird, unprecedented times. I totally get that. Do you feel like this is going to give you another level up?
I mean, I'm just pumped to be working.
Yeah.
You know? Hold on 1 second. The dogs are biting.
This is classic COVID interview. Okay, take us on a journey.
Hold on.
If you're just tuning in, we got Tony Cavallero. You know him from the Righteous Gemstones. You can follow him on Instagram at Tony Cavallero.
Stop it. Stop it. Either bring the ball up here so I can throw it, or stop. That always works.
You're such an authoritarian, Tony.
Yep. I lay the law, dude.
You absolutely do. So this is something that you have to be thankful for in the moment, and you would have to think that this is just another beautiful piece on the mantle, right? The hard work is going to get you to where you're going next.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is super awesome. I did a few episodes on this show called Miracle Workers on TBS. Hold on, I'm gonna throw a can at them. An empty can, so it's just gonna frighten.
Sure.
Them. Hold on. And then I'll pick up the can later and recycle it, because that's the kind of nature guy. There they are.
They learned a lesson. Perfect. Nice work. I do love the view.
Thanks,
sunny
dude.
in California, man.
Right? Just glorious. Just glorious.
It is too.
Do you guys want to meet the dogs?
Yep. Who we got?
Lucy.
Hey, Lucy.
That's
What's
Lucy. Up? Lucy is 14.
Very nice.
And her new hobby is eating poopy.
Oh, fun. It's a fun thing to pick up.
There's a specific name for it.
Yeah, some kind of a nutrition deficiency or something. Not solved by Trader Joe's walnuts.
Nope.
I know you got plenty to do. I do have a question. Can we go off of your training, or is Keith modeled after anybody you've ever met in your life?
Oh, not specifically. I did do a character online with Josh McDermott, who plays Dr. Eugene on The Walking Dead, called The Insecurity Guards. And if you guys were to go to YouTube and do Josh McDermott and Tony Caballero on Insecurity Guards, you'll see there's shades of Keith in there. And when I was prepping the character, my wife was like, you should do something like Insecurity Guards. And then I did that character kind of once too in the junior company at the Groundlings with my wife, and that's kind of who we modeled him off of.
You did a hell of a job, my friend, and you're taking care of yourself, and you're safe, and you're busy.
Yep.
I know you got plenty to do. Slop the podcast, guys. Go check that out. Follow Tony on Instagram. Tony, can we get just like one flex on us or something? I feel like I need something aggressive from you before we let you go.
Just one little flex? Hold on, dude. I got the ring light. Hold on. I'll give you guys a shirtless view. Hold on.
Thank you. This is the content we come here for on Virtual Happy Hour.
So I just did a movie called We Broke Up that'll be out hopefully next year. And then I did a season of this cool show with Dana Radcliffe and Steve Buscemi called Miracle Workers on TBS. And then, oh, dude.
Thank you, Tony.
What? Who's ready for that WWE show now?
That's right. Tony, kisses, my friend. Stay safe. Say hello to the fam. Thank you so much, pal.
Bye-bye.
Tony Cavallero. Follow him on Instagram at Tony Cavallero. We'll go back to me and Pat Joya. Pat, what do you think of that? Can you top that today?
Probably not, no. But I got a reason to start working out again. Jesus Christ, man.
See, that's the thing. You get a guy with determination and acting skill. Like, that's how a star is born. So Tony Caballero, wonderful guy. Love that guy. He's so funny. Follow his Instagram. If you haven't seen it, I'll just tell you 8 more million. Like, Righteous Gemstones was just my, no pun intended, savior this past few minutes. It was so funny and so good. Pat, real quick, we've got Jonny Delaware from the Artisanals coming on to do some music. What's your cocktail today, buddy?
All right, so I was playing around with some of the Stumpy's Gin. They're based over in Columbia, Illinois over here.
Oh, I love that. Love those guys. Yes.
Yeah, so it's the 8th Gin that they have out right now. Picked up a bottle of it not too long ago. It was one of those where I was like, okay, we get a little free, we get to be a little free today. Let's kind of just play around. So I went with that. It's got some shrub, a little bit of cherry herring. It definitely falls into like the style of cocktails I've been doing. It's definitely in that spritzer category, but at the same time, like the sun is calling me and I need to do these things. So.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's see it.
What's going on? You want to make some drinks today? Well, I've got quarantine cocktails again here with you. I'm Pat with STL Barkeep here based in St. Louis, Missouri. So today I'm playing with some of the local players around the area. I've got my Stumpy's 8th Gin going today. So this guy, pretty tasty little number, based over in Columbia, Illinois. And then I'm working with some Heirloom Bottling Company, Shrub. So these guys, this particular one is a cherry orange spice shrub. So we're going to be kind of doing a spritzer type cocktail today. I'm really feeling spritzers. The weather's nice. Everything's doing well in my world as far as it being really decent days and everything like that. So I get to play around, in the backyard. I picked the violets last week. So right now, we're going to go ahead and get started. So at the moment, we're going to do 3 ounces of gin. Now remember, this is for 2 people. So we've got the 3 ounces of the 8th Gin. We're going to do a 1/2 ounce of our Heirloom Shrub. Shrubs, if you're not familiar, are vinegar-based cocktailing ingredients generally. You can use them for a lot of different things, but as far as the cocktailing end of things goes, they're generally just kind of things that we can make, use an acid for, things like, where we don't want to use a lemon juice, you can use a shrub, you can play around with things like that. So from there, I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 ounce of the cherry herring as well. I hope everybody's having a good day right now. It's been some trying times to say the least here, but I've been bored, so I'm enjoying doing this right now with my lovely tiger. And then 1 ounce of grapefruit juice. And we're going to use 1.5 ounces of soju in here as well. This particular soju is the Jinro grapefruit. I like the fresh as well. So 1.5 ounces of this guy. All right, so we got our grapefruit, we've got our soju, we've got our shrub, our cherry herring, and our gin. So we're going to shake all this up. I already have a little ice in here. Bam. I don't know if you guys noticed, I have my River Kitten shirt on from last week's show. This was a pickup I got from a friend because I'm poor and she sent it to me from Portland, so that's pretty awesome of her. Thank you, Michelle. So let's go ahead and finish this thing off. Just ice up our glass. I wish I had maybe a taller glass for this, but I really don't here at the house. I tend to like rocks glasses a lot, so I have a lot of rocks glasses. So we'll fill this up. Like I said, for about 2 people, so with what I have as my glass, that's about what I'm looking for. And we're going to top it off with a little club soda. Fizz fizz. All right. So from there, we'll put a couple of cherries into my glass. And these are my tools and nobody's here, so taste it. All right, so let's see what we got here, guys. So what we're looking at here, we've got our lovely little cocktail. You can see it's got kind of the separation with the soda water from the top there. Let's try it out. Marvelous. So, here's what we're working with. Stumpy's 8th Gin, Cherry Herring. We've got the Heirloom Company Cherry Orange Spice Shrub. We've got some soda water, grapefruit juice, and the Jinro Grapefruit Soju. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Love you.
Shout out to the River Kittens as well, huh?
I mean, yeah, it was one of those where like I'd seen them a bunch of times, and I love them, and I just never really bought any merch when I had seen them. And a friend of mine was like, "Hey, where can I buy stuff?" And I was like, "Well, let me send you the link." And she's like, basically was just like, "Are you getting one?" And I was like, "I'm fucking poor. I'm not working right now." And she's just like, "Give me your address," and sent me a shirt. So
supporting St. Louis music. Guest last week, a local distillery used that drink. Looked delicious, and it's in the famous bullet glass.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of the only glasses I got. So
you lost it all to COVID.
Yeah, no, it's all gone. No, I need to buy some freaking cocktail ware. It's driving me nuts. Like every time I do one of these videos, it's like, oh God, I need a coupe. Oh, I need a Collins glass. I need this, and it's just, I need to go ahead and just buy some of it.
I think you're doing just fine. And Stumpy's is again over in Columbia, Illinois. So shout out to them for being a part of the show today. Generally, we do like a happy hour snack. I didn't do anything. I just want to encourage everybody to support St. Louis restaurants. Still doing curbside. There was a new Missouri law ushered in that they can sell cocktails again. Obviously, we're going to be pushing barkeeps, cocktails, all that. Be sure to support all of our friends that are still able to do curbside and pick up all that good stuff. And shout out to the people watching on YouTube. Thank you for dropping comments and sharing, having fun with us. Media Outlaws TV is where you watch us on YouTube. Got a bunch of subscribers out there, and if you would do that as well, we'd appreciate it. Facebook, we got a bunch of comments. Pat, I took a peek during your video. Matt, maybe you can read us some. It seems like Pat has a bit of a fan club in the comments today. People are really excited that the bearded one is rocking the drinks. What do we got, Matt?
Mallory Amos, as well as, where did she go? Mr. Name, Samantha, all shouting you out. All big Pat fans.
Wow, Pat's big in the comments today.
Very big on the Stumpy's Spirits Distillery as well.
Very cool. Did our friend Tony de-shirting fire up anybody? I figured that would kind of get things moving.
Oh, let me scroll up here. Yeah. Oh, yes.
All of a sudden, everybody's wife, girlfriend, mom's like, yeah. Oh, Pat!
Apparently it's steamy in the chat.
Our boy Jonny Delaware that's coming on is no stranger to that, too. Maybe we can get a bunch of shirtless guys throughout the show today. That's all I'm looking for in a virtual happy hour. I don't know about you, Pat.
I mean, it looks like me and you were rocking enough chest lettuce to grow a field, so, I mean...
I appreciate that about us. Real quick before we go to Jonny Delaware, and Matt, you can fire this up, but I just want to remind everybody, 6 o'clock Saturday, we're doing a special pop-up podcast. My friends Meredith Hopping, Mia Jackson, Alonzo Bowden. He's a Last Comic Standing winner. Mia's been on Last Comic Standing. Meredith's a great St. Louis comic up and coming here. And then DJ Murph is going to be spinning some tunes, and this is going to be a very fun time this Saturday. On the live stream, so you can check us out. We Are Live Radio, all that good stuff. Pat, hold tight. We'll say goodbye to you after the music, but we're going to throw to another gentleman if you don't mind, sir.
Not a problem. Let's do it.
Jonny Delaware from the Artisanals joins. The Artisanals, a great band and a handsome lead singer. What is up, Jonny Delaware? How are you?
Happy hour, baby. Good to be here.
Are you the Bert Kreischer of? I know rock guys get to do this. Bert Kreischer or any comic that takes their shirt off stole that from rock and roll first. So this is your realm, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Were you? I don't know if you saw Tony, who plays Keith on the Righteous Gemstones. He gave us a show at the end of his. So thank you to giving us a show the entire time.
He really inspired the show, and I just heard you saying maybe Jonny will be shirtless, and I thought, God, I really got to continue this.
Womack didn't tell me about this part of the show.
By the way, I love the show, you guys. This is great.
Oh, thank you so much, man. We're having a good time. It's such strange times, and for people like you, people like Tony, all our guests, and everybody, all our hardworking people from Barkeep making the cocktails, like, we're just trying to goof off and have some fun with people, and people seem to enjoy it. So I'm glad you're part of it. Not to retread something from an earlier conversation, but people are dying to know, are you actually in Delaware right now?
No, I'm not in Delaware.
Son of a... Cut him off!
Yeah.
No more
Get
feed.
him off the show. He's canceled.
Okay, so Jonny, Delaware, where are you currently located?
So right now I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
It's
But
beautiful. It's a beautiful city.
yeah, it is. It's kind of like looks like a movie set. It's pretty well put together.
Absolutely. Just like the shirtless singer on here.
Just like me. Yep.
Just like you. Give us some background, man. Like you guys tour quite a bit. Obviously, if our mutual friend recommended you, you're a good listen. Give me some background. Did you grow up in South Carolina? Where did this journey start? I know you music guys, man, you grind and grind and grind and grind. I don't know if you're into Sturgill Simpson, but he recently was like quoted just saying like, don't go to Nashville, stop building your brand, buy a van and play every town you could ever imagine. And that's a hard life, man.
Yeah. And I agree. I agree with him. You gotta do your, like a lot of times we like to compare ourselves with other people's journeys and how they got to where they are. And there's really no answer.
No,
and
you're right.
And that's the problem with like Instagram and social media, is that we're always kind of comparing ourselves to others and their highlight reels, or else like we get jealous off of seeing where they are because we want to be there. And it's not healthy. It shouldn't be like that.
It's not. What a clean perspective from a singer of a rock band. Look at this guy.
I know. God, man, I told you I'm put together, dude.
You do. How many mushrooms did you eat before you came out here? This is too clean of thinking.
I had boomers yesterday.
You what?
I took some boomers yesterday.
Okay. All right. How was the journey?
It was great. It was sunny. I went out. It was kind of painful though. Like, when it's been a while, if you're into like psychedelics and you take a shit ton like I do, you kind of begin to process and go down these deep realms and like to these thoughts that you maybe you didn't expose yourself to. So I had quite a journey, but getting through it, I was satisfied,
I'm satisfied with the that's not the after effects. That was a camera move. I'm satisfied with the attitude you're presenting, sir. I think it's done you right.
Yeah.
It's a cheery disposition.
Well, I'm on a show right now. This could just be, my facade too.
That's true. I didn't see the part in your IMDb where it said musician and actor. Okay, got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned Sturgill Simpson. He reminds me of you. You guys could be brothers.
Oh man, you're gonna come on this show 10 more times. You're gonna say that to me. Hello, that's what we're talking about.
He's a cool cat.
Man, he's an interesting guy, isn't he? He's a guy, and we don't have to make this about him, but it has to be inspiring to somebody like you. He said F it and went back to the railroad before after having a long, hard, you could say a successful start to a road career, and then went back after it. And his banner, so is 2 blocks away from here on the side of a college basketball arena. And it's been there because it's stuck there now, right? The show got canceled, but he was playing our friends at Off Broadway here, which is a cap of like 300, maybe not that long ago. So it's cool to see that journey and to see him kind of seemingly do it on his own terms. Is that
he played it off Broadway?
Yeah, you've probably played it off Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he played it off Broadway not that long ago. Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, it is neat. Do you think his career set, or we're seeing it right now, even like Brandy Carlisle, Jason Isbell, and the folks like that, is that the perfect career, Or are you trying to go shirtless all the time and be a pop star? What's happening in your world?
Yeah, I mean, there's no answers. I don't hold
You're
any.
right.
I don't know. It's funny that he mentioned like get away from Nashville, because if it weren't for Nashville, he wouldn't have gotten discovered.
You're right.
But at the same time, psychedelics did help him evolve his thoughts towards the music industry, and probably gave him the revelation that I'm going to have to do this on my own terms for sure. And his music is unlike, it's unparalleled. There's no one in country music doing what he does, because he takes risks. And as artists, that's what we have to do, and continue to just keep lifting the bar up every chance we have. Don't conform,
I love that mindset, and I don't want to see. You're a kind of guy that you and I could start going down this 3-hour path, virtual happy hour.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Let's just not play music. Let's just keep talking.
Please, in your head, you're like, finally, someone cares about me.
Yeah.
And on that note, let's hear your first song.
The instrument anymore. It's great.
We're going to try and knock out a couple songs here. Do you want to play one and kind of give us some background on it?
Yeah, this one's called Fear to Fail. So the Artisanals, the band that I'm in, we've been together for like 4 years. We just released our second album. We didn't put it on Spotify or anything. We figured like now's a good time for experimentation. So we actually just posted that you can Venmo us any contribution, and then in the comment section, like in a Venmo or in a PayPal, that's where you could place your email. And it was really, it was an outstanding, just what's the word I'm looking for here? It's just I couldn't
experiment.
believe what happened.
It's a test of fans. It's a test of artistry, and it's a test of are you willing to take that chance? It was
an outpouring of generosity from everybody.
Yeah, people can still do that, right?
And you can still do that. You can just PayPal the Artisanals, or the Artisanals@gmail.com for PayPal. Or Venmo is the Artisanals. Sorry.
Well, you can go to the website.
This is where I get cut off and I pick up the guitar and sing.
All right, let's hear the song. What's the name of the song again?
This one's called Fear to Fail.
Let's see it, buddy.
All right. I used to sing like I was on stage, at home all alone, always singing my lungs away. I never did know the path I was on was fueled by fear, from a fear to fail, from a fear to fail. Used to dream, I used to dream, walking through a basement, through the darkest rooms, when deep down inside of myself, monsters would howl at me like I was the moon. It was my fear to fail, it was my fear to fail. Facing fear, facing fear, it ain't quite as easy as what you think. When it's flooding down the highways again, it can get in the way of what you were born to do. Oh, fear to fail, silly fear to fail. A Texas storm flew over a tree onto the top of my car. I made a lump sum and I backed up my bags and headed for the south to relive my dreams. Ooh, oh, fear to fail, nothing but fear to fail. Oh, fear to fail, it was my fear to fail. Oh, fear to fail, nothing but fear to fail. Oh, fear to fail, it was my fear to fail. Oh, oh, oh.
Hello, hello. Way to kick things off, my friend. That's a great song. That's,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, no. What's happening? Oh. Pat Joya from Barkeep. What? You've got...
My
Were you
long-haired
inspired?
shirtless brethren. I had to jump in somewhere, you know.
Were you inspired? I'm so proud of you.
I
Okay.
appreciate the hair.
Yeah. Matt, the producer, why have you wedged me between these two
I'm not sure you
beasts?
could be any better place than this.
Okay.
I mean, we
Between
were
two
talking
beards
pro
is the news.
wrestling. Nobody wanted shirts. Like,
I'm just glad that song inspired you. Using the fear to fail. Was that what it was?
absolutely.
Is that what it was? Okay. So you said, you know what? This guy went on a journey yesterday. I'm going on a journey of my own. I'm going to make this.
I'm probably going to have to go on a similar journey here real soon, actually. So.
This virtual happy hour has gotten real psychedelic. Okay, perfect. Okay, Pat. So, at what point in the song did you realize that you were now a member of Jonny Delaware's band, the Artisanals? Now you get to play. You're part of it now.
Okay, I didn't expect that. But I'm going to go ahead and say it was about 2 seconds in. It was like, you know what? Join this party. You want to be here.
Okay, Jonny, I'm curious too, as people got to enjoy that, I'm sure we have plenty of people dropping some compliments in the comments, and we can get to those in a minute with producer Matt. I hate to do the interviewing a musician thing, but I feel like there's so many influences in there. You don't have to go old school, but currently touring or recently touring, maybe who do you kind of picture yourself or your style and your band as? Who would you be on a bill with? Let's ask that, because everybody pulls from a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah. I think probably any alt rock Americana bands, whether it's My Morning Jacket, who I've heard they're making a new record, so that's cool. Or else we've gone on the road with some rock acts like Band of Horses before. They're amazing. But Jason Isbell would even be a really good fit, honestly.
I feel like he'd be into you if he's already not. But yeah, that's a good fit. Let's just say that. We don't have to put a dream show together. Just be like, tag Isbell in the comments, and let's make sure that we get the Artisanals as support on his next tour. He's got an album dropping, so we can make that happen.
Does he? Great. Yeah.
He's been releasing songs out, and the power of this podcast in St. Louis, Missouri will shift his.
Totally. Yes. This is so powerful. It's going to manifest. I know it.
I can feel it too. Do you want to do 2 or 3 songs?
I mean, I can just do one more if you want.
Let's talk a little more, and then you can close it out with a song. Yeah, I like where we're at with that. You don't have much more clothing you can take off to keep people tuning. Yeah.
I just realized, I don't wear underwear. I've got jeans on and my zipper's down.
This would go down. Yeah, okay, it's funny whenever the office worker using Zoom for the first time gets caught using the restroom, but we have a rock star hanging brain in the middle of virtual happy hour on We Are Live Radio. That's not going to be beat. This will go down as one of the better things. Favorite venues to play? I'm going to go cheesy on this stuff. Actually, you're from the types of bands that you play with and the level you're at, or that I assume you're at. Like, you're playing like the best venues. Do you have any favorites just across the country? Because I can only imagine the feeling of getting up and playing somewhere that you just kind of, I'm here. We're rocking it.
Yeah, well, we played a lot of shitty clubs, man, but we've also been lucky enough to play some good ones.
Okay, I didn't know if I wanted to do that. All right, stop. Give me the shittiest place you've ever played. You don't have to
The
name.
shittiest
Actually,
place,
I
can
wish you would
more
name it. I'll
shitty
tag them.
places Than venerable clubs, I can name the shitty ones.
Yeah.
There's a place in Birmingham, Alabama. It's God, what is it called again? I deleted it from my memory because it smelled that bad. It's like you could catch an STD just taking a piss in the bathroom. The sound is horrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't do any good because I don't know the name of it. But then, I mean, there's a place. It's cool. It's in Santa Cruz, California. It's called the Crate Place, but it's a fucking restaurant. You just play on the floor.
And they book regularly?
They book bands all the time. And it's like bands that are making a living at doing this, and then suddenly they arrive, and then they're playing on a floor at a restaurant called the Crate Place.
That's my favorite, because guys like you could be playing a festival to 30,000 people, and then you're also like, but you got to get those road dates in, and you're playing the Crate Place on a Tuesday night in Santa Cruz.
Exactly. You know how it works.
Man, that's the part that I like hearing about. That's what people write movies about. They don't, that's fun whenever you get to the top, but the grind to get through it is where it's really at.
Yeah, and I totally agree, man. Just like that whole fake it or make it bullshit. It's not fun. It's just like give people the truth.
Yeah. And I think you're doing a good job of that. You've bared all for us.
Man, I've tried. I've done my best for you today. I have a really dysfunctional relationship with social media too. Like, how do you feel about social media?
I get it and I use it, and you have to connect with it. I hate it. I'm over here. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I pressing this button? By the way, we've got Jonny, Delaware from the Artisanals. Be sure to follow them on Instagram. And if you haven't yet on Facebook, go ahead and share this. We need more people to know about us and the show. So back to hating social media. Zuckerberg's going to kill this stream right now. I can tell he's listening in. It's just the bane of my existence. It's just, unfortunately, we have a podcast studio. We sell apparel, and we're in publicity and events. And it's like, how the hell else? I'm not good at writing letters, Jonny. I don't have any other options. I must invite you to every stupid event that I put on, which again, you can catch us this Saturday with 3 comics, a DJ, and everything else. But the point of it all is it kills me, Jonny. It kills me on a daily basis. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors for today. But no, it's something that this is the future. We're not going to be able to touch each other anymore. This is your only option to get to people. So consumer packaged goods companies, please call me. Lysol, you need to advertise on the show. Listen, I grew up in a rural area. I literally played basketball like every day of my life. I rode horses. I did all this crazy stuff that you're just like, is that a Jeff? Who's Ben Nichols' brother? I felt like my childhood was like a nicer version of the movie Mud. Like, I got to do a lot of cool stuff. And I catch myself now, like, did I just bother somebody's aunt to like our page? Like,
yeah, I know.
It's a weird thing. And I bet people like you, whether it's management or clubs or whatever, if they ask your social media numbers, or if they bring up the fact that, like, well, you should be doing more stuff on this and that. I'm like, don't get me wrong. It's a great way to connect, but it's also all consuming and probably the end of it.
Yeah. And I don't know what type of a personality you are. I know we got to keep moving on here, but like, are you the type of guy too, where people kind of tell you what to do? Like, say you're at a concert and everyone's like, all right, the guy's like, all right, let's clap. Are you a clapper?
Listen, if I'm watching you at Off-Broadway, it's packed, and you're just like, all right, this is a clapper. Let's all step up. Hey, I love playing St. Louis. Let's hear those claps. Go! I'm gonna just kind of take it in and be like, that's cool. Those people are clapping. That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Exactly. So then when you have management and people saying like, okay, your social media numbers, they need to go up and you need to do this to like interact with engagement of your audience. It's just like, it makes you want to do it less almost because people are telling.
Yeah, right. And I'm just, it's flooring, but it is, again, it's one of those things that I say that, and then if I drop a picture that gets a bunch of likes, I'm like, it's pretty cool. It's all right, So
Yeah.
it's just tapped into our physiology as a whole as people. So that's
Yeah.
that's something that I need to clear up with some of those mushrooms. If you could mail those to our studio, I'd appreciate it.
You got it.
Okay, thank you,
Got
John.
it, brother. Yep.
Let's close it out with one more song. And again, people, you can get the new album by through Venmo, and you can also listen to some of their older albums on Spotify, the Artisanals website. Again, social media that he loves. You can support Johnny on there. We've tagged him in a bunch of stuff. So if you guys could give him some love. What's our last song, brother?
This one's called The Road.
Ooh.
You're gonna hear it on a Mazda commercial in about 1 month.
For real?
I think so.
Those pay so well. Congratulations.
We'll see. I'm putting it into the ether. I'm throwing it in the universe.
Okay. Here, quick story. I have some friends that were in, to this day, one of my favorite bands ever. They were just like they kind of sounded DC punk meets Ozzy Osbourne, rock band called Bald Eagle from back in the day. They sold a song to Microsoft Zune to be used on a YouTube commercial. And I remember my mouth dropping when I heard what they got paid for a 17-second snippet. So let's say the road. Let's see the road on a Mazda commercial. I got you right here. Johnny, let's hear it, buddy.
Okay. Lately I'm getting high from illusions, dreaming out the window all the time. It's funny, I've been thinking about strangers. I find it hard to even pronounce your name. Lately I'm not for institutions. I'm ready to erase these boundary lines. And lately I wanna call you baby. Been sitting in the van, wishing you were mine, passing the time. This is the part that'll be on the car commercial, the chorus. We're taking this road, honey, wherever it rolls, wherever it goes. It's a long way from struggle. We're taking this road, honey, wherever it rolls, wherever it goes. It's a long way from trouble. All I need are the rows of the cornfields and the music and company playing in my mind. And lately I've been wearing your delusions. Well, God, you feel good, you could fit right into my life. All right, get back to the chorus. Here we go. Don't bore us. Get to the chorus. We're taking this road, honey, wherever it rolls, wherever it goes. It's a long way from struggle. We're taking this road, honey, wherever it rolls, wherever it goes. It's a long way from trouble. Taking this road, honey, wherever it rolls, wherever it flows.
Jonny, Delaware, the Artisanals. Wow, you can catch that on a Subaru commercial this fall, and
Subaru.
I'm so pumped. Jonny, let's in the form of our guest earlier, Tony Cavallero, if you could flex on us and then tell us where to get your music, we'll let you go, my friend. Where's the best place people can get the new album, all that? Let's remind them, because that's some great tunes, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me. I love your show, and
Thanks so much,
glad
man.
that I got introduced to this. I'm going to be watching all the time.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, the new Artisanals record. You can get it by Venmo or PayPal. You can Venmo the-Artisanals, or you can PayPal theartisanals@gmail.com. And in the comments section, that's kind of mandatory for you to send off whatever donation you want. Just leave your email, and we'll send you the record.
That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to listening to that. And if you guys on Spotify, after you've purchased the new album, check out their old stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff out there. So, Jonny, thank you so much. You've made a fan, and I'm sure plenty more in the comments section as well.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you guys around, okay?
Absolutely. Let's make it happen. Jonny Delaware from the Artisanals. Thanks, Jonny.
Take care, everybody.
Absolutely. Jonny Delaware joining virtual happy hour, and it's Pat Joya. He's back. Barkeep, making it happen. Quick notes again: canned cocktails from Barkeep now available. Please do support them. I'm going to tell you guys the website here in just a second. I need everybody to stop yelling. It is
Help me pay rent.
silverliningcocktails.com. They were already almost out, so get those while you can. And Pat may be delivering to you shirtless with a wig on. Pat, the cocktails were fantastic. The music was fantastic. How about that guest? How about those shirtless dudes?
Man, this has been a really fun day. I'm not gonna lie, I needed this week, man. This is brightened up my week. I was kind of having a rough week, so this has been great, man.
We're happy, and I'm hoping everybody on YouTube and Facebook is enjoying this as well. Tell your friends. We do this every Thursday at 4 o'clock. Also, tomorrow we do Prohibition King of the Bootleggers trivia with our friends at George Remus on the George Remus Facebook page. That's at 6 o'clock. And again, Saturday, we've got a big event, pop-up podcast as well. Pat Joya, keep that chin up. I think maybe we'll end on even a better note. See you, Pat.
See you, buddy.
Oh yeah, I'm Dr. Roxo, the Rock and Roll Clown, coming to you with Cocktail Tuesday, whatever Thursday. It doesn't matter, I've been up for 32 days doing cocaine. All right, so we got Stumpy's Gin on the horizon today. We got some Soju Gin Root. We've got some grapefruit juice, and we got some shrub. So we put them all together in a glass, and this is what we get. All right, yeah.